This time on Norfolk Perspectives, we're talking about the food bank and the role that you can play. The Arts Festival's coming again, and they got some great acts that you're going to want to see. Prime Plus, what does it mean in today's environment to work with our senior community? And the Dart Center has some great stuff just in time for the holidays. So stay tuned right here on Norfolk Perspectives. Welcome to Norfolk Perspectives. I'm Bob Batcher, and the food bank is here because it is the holiday time, but it's also an ongoing need. And the food bank is represented by Julie Braley. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You're the Marketing and Business Relations Director.
Yes, it's a mouthful.
So what do you do there then?
I do a lot of different things, primarily our marketing and communications, and then I also work with our corporate donors.
And then something tells me come around Wednesday afternoon, you're probably stocking shelves too, right?
I do a little bit of everything, yes. We wear many hats at the food bank.
Okay, I'm going to tell on you because you were telling me in pre-tape that you're one of the classic food bank employees. You started off as a volunteer.
I did indeed.
So you're still smiling about it though?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to make this assumption that it is now the holiday time period, which is why you're on the sofa to talk about it, because the food is just flooding in.
Absolutely. It is a busy season for us. Lots of people in the community doing food drives, which is critical this time of year, but it's just one of the times of year when we are really seeing a great need. But yeah, a lot of food coming in, but it is not staying on the shelves for very long.
And that's the problem.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, I know that it seems like every time you turn a TV station on, there's somebody that's having a food drive, which is awesome, and I don't want to put those down.
Yeah.
But also not to assume that those food drives are taking care of the need. Right?
Yes, we also are in need of funds because we do purchase a significant amount of the food that we distribute as well, whether it's produce or our top most needed items. Right now, we just cannot order enough peanut butter to keep it in the building. It's going out so quickly. It's definitely one of those needed items. So donations are down monetarily, which is a little concerning for us because we do have the need to purchase a lot of food, and we are seeing a significant increase in the number of people that are showing up at our doors, particularly since November 1st, when there was a big reduction to the SNAP benefits.
You know, now that you mention it, because I've been on this whole fitness thing, and I've lost some weight and gone on a diet, so I got all these cans that I'm not eating anymore. So do you want the can of beans, or do you want my $10 bill?
We can do a lot with $10. We can distribute up to $60 worth of grocery products with $10 donations. So
how do you do that?
We have a great way of leveraging through working with Feeding America, which is the nation's leading domestic hunger relief charity. We're a member of that, as well as the Federation of Virginia Food Banks, and we all work together as a network to source and distribute food where it's needed. So maybe we have something that is needed in the Roanoke area, and we'll share with that food bank. So through that leveraging and bulk purchasing power, we're able to do a lot with $1.
Okay, so if somebody wants to have a food drive in their church, their neighborhood, or their Cub Scout troop, do they need to contact you first, or is it just kind of bring it on in?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of ways to get started. The easiest way is to go right to our website. You can register your food drive there, print off flyers, see what our most needed items are, and let us know that you're doing that drive so we can call and thank you. You can also have information there about how to deliver those donations to the food bank. So foodbankonline.org is our website.
Okay. Now, there's always some creative food banks out there. I mean, they're with some kind of hook. So what's one of the more creative ones you can remember?
The food drives?
Yeah, the food drives.
Oh, well, we just had construction going on, and
awesome.
That's a big event for us. We'll get about 30,000 pounds of food, which will provide about 25,000 meals to our community. So we've got architecture firms and engineers from all over the area who've created these, elaborate structures in different shapes, and we'll go have volunteers break all that food down and bring it back to the food bank, and it'll be out the door as quickly as it came in.
Yeah, I've got to say, I kind of casually walked into the Selden Arcade where the Dart Center is, off of Main Street, and I had this huge face facing me, all built by cans.
Absolutely. It's really impressive what they can come up with, and they are very thoughtful about the foods that they choose to create those structures too, knowing what our needs are. So I know there's one that's made almost entirely out of tuna fish, which is fantastic protein and definitely one of our top needed items. And
one of my favorite foods. Okay, tell me about who's getting the food now.
Absolutely. We're serving a very broad population of people. There's often a perception that, everyone that we're serving is homeless, which is absolutely not true. 32% of those we serve are children. we serve a lot of senior citizens as well. They're living on a fixed income, and as prices continue to increase and there's reductions to their food stamp benefits, or they're living on Social Security, they're really having to make tough choices between paying for utilities or paying for medications, and providing food for their table as well.
And the last 6 or 7 years have been a game changer for some people too. So you probably have people who used to donate,
absolutely,
who are now clients, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting area because you have so many jobs that are tied to the federal government here and to the military. And so what we're seeing is, as changes are happening and you have a government shutdown or you have sequestration and furloughs, and people that, maybe had a great contracting job where they were making really good money and supporting their families and living, a very comfortable lifestyle, have had their work scaled back, and where they were able to support, having some children in school and, their car payments and all the things that just go into living a normal life, they're really having to kind of make adjustments now to that. And a lot of them are finding themselves in our lines at the food bank and at, our partner agencies.
Well, thanks for bringing the message. And I think it's important to recognize that we should not make assumptions that there's food flooding in.
Absolutely.
Be part of it and recognize that there's a need out there that's greater than sometimes the supply is. Thanks for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about the Arts Festival and how you can tie that into the holidays, too. Stay tuned.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back. We got a super guest on the sofa. Kelly Harlan is the marketing director for the Virginia Arts Festival. This is number
18.
Holy moly. By this time, Kelly, it ought to be a piece of cake. You kind of roll it out, it happens, people buy tickets, and
Well, you would think, but trends change every year. I mean, all the patronage and stuff that we've built over the years, consistently is changing. So we have the favorites that we bring back, but there's new artists emerging all the time. So we have to stay on top of the game to bring in the new works.
And I got to tell you, you were definitely doing that. I saw the announcement, which we've been airing, and there's some cool stuff going on.
Yes,
so let's start from the beginning, and we'll finish when we end.
All right. Well, first, I do want to mention, because it's outside of the general festival time, we have a special festival preview where we will have Long Long. He's a pianist. He actually, we had him in 2006, and that was my very first performance working at the Virginia Arts Festival.
Oh, now
so
you got it down, Pat.
It's come
All
full
right.
circle, and it'll be interesting to have him back. He also he was part of the opening ceremonies of the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and he's gotten killer reviews and responses. The Wall Street Journal calls him like the rock star of the piano. So he's really gotten a lot of praise. If you go to that performance, you're going to see somebody that's not just, excellent at performing and playing the piano.
So what kind of
but
music?
Just lively. Classical music.
Okay.
Classical music, full classical rep. We haven't gotten the program yet, but that'll be announced closer in. His tickets will go on sale December 1st, since it's such an earlier occasion. So we will have those on sale, single tickets, in time for Christmas. So
I was going to say, because I wanted to have you guys on early to kind of talk about the season, not just because you just announced it and you keep it really hush-hush.
we do keep it hush-hush.
But also because the viewer can kind of tie this into their whole holiday shopping.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I find it harder and harder to buy presents for family members and loved ones around the holidays. And, this is kind of a unique opportunity because, you give the gift of a memory. You give the gift of a performance and, an arts festival performance at that. And currently we're on our subscription sales where if you buy 3 or more, you get 10% off. 4 or more, 15% off. So it's not only, giving the gift of a performance and a memory, but you're also getting a discount with that package as well.
Okay, now you kind of scared me because you said it's not the same old, same old. There's some new stuff.
There is some new stuff.
But is there some old stuff? Can I count on the tattoo?
Well, let's talk about the tattoo, because
Okay,
it's
cool.
actually the tattoo changes every year, so I consider it a new performance every year. I used to go in high school with my grandfather, and it's one of those performances that really, really touches multi-generations.
When they stand up to support their armed forces.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, that was me with my grandfather. You know, he was a retired captain of the Navy. So it hits a certain point, and it's something that kids these days can relate to with their parents and grandparents as well. It's also very entertaining. And this year, we're actually going to be the signature event of 2014 of the United States Vietnam War 50th commemoration.
Wow.
So it's a very big deal. We're finally, as a country, coming together to recognize the services from the Vietnam War. And in doing that, we're going to actually invite groups from our 5 allied countries. So we'll have the Republic of Korea, we'll have Thailand, we'll have the Philippines, we'll have Australia, and we'll have New Zealand represented. So it's a very special occasion. We'll also have some veterans that will be recognized on the floor each night. So it'll be something that's very special. So I consider it new, but it's also a favorite tradition.
It is different every time. And it's huge.
It's huge.
Now, looking at the schedule, believe it or not, I did look at the schedule. There's some real tiny programs, too, though.
There are. We do have a few
nuggets, I guess.
Yeah, well, little gold tokens, yeah. And we have a few in smaller concert halls, like Red Molly. It's a great female folk group. That'll be in our Robin Hickson Theater at the Clay and J Bar Education Center downtown. 200-person theater, so very small, intimate affair. And then we also have, a great new piece, Stuart Copeland from the Police, drummer from the Police. I'm sure you know him. He's also a world-renowned composer. He's done things for film like Francis Coppola's Rumblefish. He's also done operas and ballets. He is doing a brand new composition for the 1925 production of Ben-Hur.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
We actually host the world premiere in Norfolk, Virginia on Easter weekend, and he will be playing drums with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra while Ben-Hur is playing in the background.
That's going to be cool.
So that's just one of those things that, the Arts Festival is all about commissioning new works, and that's something that we're bringing to the area, and it's going to be one of those, one night only, one performance only. Sure not to miss it.
Well, I was given about 8 pages of notes, so it tells me there's a lot going on here. Let me just kind of grab one. Oh, I think you'll know about this one. It's not all about just artsy, totsy stuff.
Okay.
Virginia Beer Festival?
Beer Festival.
Come on. Tell me about that one.
That one's kind of close to my heart because
I
work a lot in the
Mom and Dad could be watching.
Yes. I work a lot in the programming and production, and my parents, of course, volunteer every year for it. But the Beer Festival is 2 days long. Again, this year, it's a co-production with Festivants, and it's going to be really great. We're having a premium tasting section again. It's been very popular, where you pay a higher price, but you get kind of knowledge from beer connoisseurs in that section. You get food, you get special beers that aren't available in the rest of the park. So that'll be great. And it's 2 days, so there's no reason not to come.
We got about 10 seconds left.
One more.
Okay.
Joshua Bell
is
coming back, and he's going to be performing the first half of the show, and then the second half will be the symphony doing Alpine Symphony by Strauss. So that's going to be one of those, you kind of get 2 bangs for your buck.
You got to get subscriptions for the holidays.
Yes, subscriptions for the holidays, vafest.org, or you can come downtown to our box office at 440 Bank Street, and we'll hook you up with a discount, and a few single tickets will go on sale December 1st. So just check the website.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff we didn't talk about, so
Tons.
go on site, Harlan, all kinds of good stuff. Thanks a lot, Kelly, for coming on and
for
kind of giving
us
a little teaser.
More in February.
Sounds good.
More in February.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about Prime Plus and what it means to you.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. Prime Plus, what's it mean to you? Well, Lynn Burge is going to tell you what it is. She's the Executive Director for Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center. And Kimberly Labidi?
Yes.
Now, you got these initials behind you, too, but I see something about a person who really cares about the seniors, right?
Well, thank you.
And that's what the MSW stands for.
Social worker.
There we go.
That's it.
Lynn, what is Prime Plus?
Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center is a community center that offers support for people who are getting a little older to have great quality of life. And what we try and do is the preventative kinds of things, offering classes and support programs and health and a variety of topics so that we can help people take good care of themselves. And then we also have an adult daycare. We're a private nonprofit organization, so we scramble for a buck and we make very good use of it when we get it.
There we go. And there's that smile that says, and you care for the senior.
Well, thank you.
I mean, that's
and
what it's
we
about.
definitely do. We have an affinity for it, and so does the whole staff.
Okay, now you've got this whole program that you got about Ask Prime Plus.
Right.
Are you willing for any kind of question?
You bet.
Okay.
And here's the way that came about. We have always been seen as a resource in the community, and always when there's a question that's related to someone 50 and up, they think of us as a place for an answer. And we're very good at doing referral and handling calls and giving people information on how to connect to the community. But over the course of time, we started counting all of these calls, and last year alone we had 60,000 calls, and when we evaluated it, we were seeing repeat calls from about 5,000 individuals. So we were recognizing the fact that, number one, we were seen as a resource, but for number two, people were calling us back, and we had to know more about that. Why were they calling us back repeatedly? Could it be that they aren't getting what they need when we give them the referral? And that's where we came by the opportunity to create a program called Ask Prime Plus that Kim is directing. And this gives us an opportunity to help individuals to get the answers, not just to hand the phone number over, but to help them really get the solution that they need in a way that's going to give them the response that they need.
Okay. Now, I know you've been on before where we've talked about the senior.
Yes.
And that whole connectivity, because I know my stepfather probably will live for another 22 years.
God willing.
In his blue recliner.
Yep. Yep.
But he could probably have a much healthier quality of life if he got off that blue recliner and into a program similar to Prime Plus, but you're not where he lives.
Right.
But let me talk about the person who's living with him.
Yeah.
A friend of mine made the comment, I thought it was a beautiful observation. He was caregiver to his 83-year-old mom, and what he discovered, he had a vital, strong life, but he was devoted totally to his 83-year-old mother, and he was becoming an 83-year-old mother. What would you say to him, Kim?
He needs some socialization and opportunity to get out and have some respite and connect with people, get involved in some activities that he enjoys to stay healthy and strong and to not decondition as well, because we know that folks that stay in and stay isolated, there's a number of issues, not just with depression and alienation, but also physically they become less fit and are more likely to have falls and other health complications.
But he retired from doing what he was doing. He moved from the West Coast back to Norfolk to be with his mom. That's his responsibility to be with her, though, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of caregivers struggle with this. A sense of responsibility and needing to do it all and feeling very guilty, saying no or taking some time for themselves. But we know that just like they say on the airplane, first you need to put your oxygen mask on and then help the person next to you. So if you're not staying healthy and strong, then you can't be as positive a help as you'd like to be to that family member, and you really need to take some respite for yourself. And to, unfortunately, caregivers have a high level of medical complications because they neglect their own health during the course of caring for others.
So if he drops his mom off at Prime Plus for a yoga class, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, and you can any day.
So what should he be doing while she's over in Prime Plus then?
Well, there's a number of senior programs that
he can be participating in classes himself, all right? So
Okay.
his mom comes to Prime Plus, and she's in the level of classes that would suit her age and abilities and her physical conditioning. But we have it for everybody from 50 on up, so there's a myriad. You can be in the wood shop, you can be in the computer lab learning.
Wait a minute, did you say wood shop?
You bet. We've got a beautiful wood shop. Ed Bunker runs that. And you know a little bit about the Earns for Vets program that we're currently creating, the Earns for Veterans, in that very wood shop. But we also have the computer lab, we have social media classes, we have art classes, ceramic studio, Spanish lessons, you name it, we've got it. And if someone wants it, we put it out there. So we're responding rapidly to anybody's interest as a senior.
Okay, it's got to be expensive. I mean, to offer
You
all
mean
these
the membership?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
to offer all
actually,
these
the membership is very affordable. If you come before December 31, it's $45 a year. And then we'll
Wait,
have
are you sure you got that right?
$45 a year.
A year?
And then in January, we're going to go up to $50. But if you come in before then, you can take advantage of the lower cost.
Okay, now I'm going to open myself up, and we only have a couple of minutes left.
Yeah.
How in the world do you do that?
We do things very cost effectively and efficiently. We fund ourselves 1/3 grants, 1/3 fee for service, and 1/3 donations. Okay, and then, like I said, we offer what people want, so we don't have a lot of extraneous things. We do exactly what individuals want to see.
Now, normally when I get to this part of the interview, I say, okay, so what website? But you guys are much more high touch than that. I mean, they can come on, they can come in and ask.
Number one, we want people to come in. But if you're a caregiver, like Kim would be interested in working with, you would get online at primeplus.org and you would check out all of our services. We have many things happening, some limited transportation. We have nutritious meals Monday through Friday, hot meals that are senior-centric. And then we also have all of the fun things.
Cool. Well, thanks for everything that you're doing. And I know that this is a difficult time of year, too,
Yes,
for some
it is.
seniors because of the holidays. And you're even plugged into that. So
Right.
give them a call. Ask Prime Plus.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Dart Center and some cool stuff going on for the holidays there. Stay tuned.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No, now.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back. Well, the Dart Center, you want to know where it is? Well, Jennifer Palestron's going to tell us. Where is the Dart Center?
The Dart Center is right downtown in the heart of Norfolk in the Selden Arcade at 208 East Main Street, right by the Marriott, a block off of Waterside.
And like I mentioned in the earlier segment, you've got a bunch of cans in the middle of your
We
place
do,
too, don't
we
you?
do. We've been joking that we'd have no problems having lunch. We've been loving having construction. We have 30,000 pounds of food for the food bank in fabulous displays. We have a bridge, we have Play-Doh, we have a dinosaur. It's great.
Well, and yet, and that's the cool part about it. If you think you've been there before, you really haven't, because it's a new experience every time you go to the Selden Arcade and now the Dart Center.
Absolutely. Well, we really do work hard to change out our galleries about once a month, and we've been working really closely with City Cultural Affairs and Karen Rudd to bring more activity into the Selden Arcade, more senior shows for Norfolk State, ODU, Construction. We're going to starting tango classes on Sundays at the beginning of December.
No, that's,
I think there's a possibility for you.
Fitness, yes. Dancing, no. Okay. Now, one of the traditions that I always have in my family is to check out your gift shop, because you got a great gift shop for the holidays.
Well, thank you.
It's going to be opening this year?
It opens this year. It opens the day of the parade, November the 23rd, and we're running all the way till January the 3rd.
Okay, now you brought an example.
I have.
I knew it was for the holidays because those are ornaments, but you know, to be honest with you, they don't look like Christmas ornaments, so they could really go year round.
Absolutely. They're all, the ornaments in the middle were made by Angie Coleman. She's one of our resident artists, all hand painted. She's a wonderful oil painter. And we're really excited. And those start at $12. And that's the important thing
Wait a
to
minute,
keep in mind.
say that again, 12?
$12.
Okay, because I thought that original art stuff was just astronomical price.
No. See, I think that's one of the real misunderstandings, is that original art does not have to be thousands of dollars. You know, I'm wearing original art, and the earrings are $19.50.
Wow.
And they're handmade by Kazuko Fuller, who always does really well in our gift shop.
Now, I saw that the menorah is beautiful,
Isn't
and
it
I mean, I
stunning?
would even want one, and
I know.
not even of the faith, but it's a gorgeous piece of art too.
It is, and that is Nancy Nash, and she's a new artist with us this year for the gift shop. She's a member of the Peninsula Glass Guild. I'm so excited to have her. And that menorah is it's $125. But as you and I were discussing, somebody would have that forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be a family heirloom forever, and it's all handmade.
Okay, now I would touch this, but it's glass. But I've actually been admiring the wood that it's on.
Isn't it beautiful? That's Tony Knowles. He is a member of the Tidewater Turners, and the Turners actually just had a show with us a few months back. And Tony does beautiful woodworking, but he also does glass, and so I have quite a number of those.
Okay, now you said something significant in all of these. Local artists.
Local artists, supporting local families, absolutely.
So, and the neat thing about local artists, instead of going to and I'm not going to put down our retailers, but to go to a retailer and buy something that's been manufactured, it's really kind of relational.
It is, absolutely. You really get to know the artists. You really get to know what they like and what you like. And for example, Kathy Jo Ramsey, who's our lampwork glass artist at the Art Center, she will custom make earrings or necklaces or anything you want, and you can just select from her rainbow of glass, and you can have something that just perfectly fits you.
Boy, so if you go to the store and you see something but you want to tweak it, they say, sorry, this is what we're selling. But
True.
Here, you could see something you like, you're inspired by it, you can walk down the hall.
Yep, absolutely.
That's a scary thought. Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Start naming them. No, not all your artists, but what are the kind of artists you have at the Art Center?
Oh my goodness! Well, we have a lot of the traditional oil painters, watercolorists. We have ceramic artists, our glass worker. We have a wonderful sculptor.
And when you say ceramic art, what do you mean by the ceramic?
Well, we've got a combination of sculptor. Fred Freeman is our resident sculptor.
You've done it now. You've named one.
Oh, that's true. That'll get me in trouble. And then we have also another sculptor who's in the associate galleries, so we show her work, and then we have smaller pieces as well, from coffee mugs to business card holders.
But you also spin pottery.
We
right?
do, absolutely, and we love to teach people how to do it as well.
Well, now wait a minute. What do you? Oh, I think I just heard a Christmas present coming on, or a holiday present.
Absolutely,
coming on,
no,
right?
absolutely.
Sign up for a class?
Absolutely, sign up for class. We love to do gift certificates for the holidays. Do it all the time, or birthday, or anniversary, or anything. And it's a great thing to do to give to somebody special in your life, or to do it together.
Speaking of spinning pottery, yeah, there's that infamous movie. You could do that.
There you go.
No, or even like summer camp.
Oh, summer camp, absolutely. We expanded to 10 weeks of summer camp last year. We go from ages 5 to 12, and the kids have a blast because they spend all week doing every kind of art under the sun, whether it's clay, whether it's three-dimensional, whether it's painting, drawing, you name it.
So rather than that toy that's going to be broken by
Yes.
January, give them a commitment to the
Absolutely.
summer camp.
Absolutely.
Now, okay, we have about 30 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Martinis and burgers?
Dartini!
Dartini.
December the 6th. Our great friends at Dieg will be, Phil Decker and the gang will be providing providing sliders and fries. We'll be doing holiday cocktails. I'm thinking a little hot mulled cider with some caramel vodka.
Ooh, that sounds good. Let's start right now.
There you go. And come out, and we're going to have great live holiday music, and there'll be we'll have a little 10% off sale going on at the gift shop. Selden Handmade Fair will be going on down the middle, so it'll be a great night.
That date is when?
December the 6th.
I'm on my way.
All right.
Okay, thanks a lot. We want to hear from you. You'd like to see on TV 48, but more importantly, what are you guys doing for the holidays? Give us a holler at 664-6510. And as usual, it's a wonderful time to be in Norfolk just because of you and you.